What is up, YouTube people? I know I have not should I wear my glasses? What do you think, everyone? This makes me dizzy now. I need a new prescription. Anyway, it's been a while since I've posted a vlog about what's been going on. I got this new mount for a car. Kind of excited. It is pretty good. Trip grip, versatile phone holder. So actually, I bought a few of them, and you know, I'm trying to go cheap, but it never worked out. But this one is not that expensive. It's $19.95 from Best Buy, and I just actually mounted it right now. I'm using it right now with this video, so it's pretty good. Now I want my glasses. Whatever. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody is doing well after the holidays. I don't know if this air conditioner is too loud for the video. Hope not. I'll put it really low. Everything is good so far with me. If you care to ask, everything is. I'm doing well with work, and I'm doing well with my marriage. My daughter is doing really well. She's in college now, and having difficulties the first couple of weeks, but she's getting the grind out of it. But she goes to college and staying in a dorm, but she's very close to where we're at, and we're like 45 minutes away. So it's pretty cool that she gets to experience that. I'm glad that my wife and I are able to provide that for her. There's nothing like graduating college and not owing money, you know. I would love that. I would go to any college and learn anything if I don't have to pay back, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm making this video because I've had, not many, it's not like I have so many followers, but I have enough people that have asked me about martial arts. And because of my age, I am, if you are new to my videos, I am 50, I'm gonna be 52 real soon, next week. But I'm on my 50s, and I'm doing martial arts, and I believe that it is my fountain of youth. And I know a lot of guys my age and a little younger than me who's in worst shape of their lives, and not saying that I'm awesome or anything, or I'm in great shape in the world, but I'm better shape than they are. And to them, I'm like a fucking Avenger, because I can do so many things physically, and I'm in good mental health. Not the best, but you know, we all have demons and problems, but for the most part, I'm doing well. And I think martial arts has a lot to do with it. And I'd like to, oh man, this thing is wobbling too much. Is it, guys? I'm sorry. I hope it's not too annoying to watch in a video, but anyway, yeah, it is wobbling. There's a extra thing in here that I'm probably gonna switch. All right, hold on a sec, guys, because I don't like this part. I can't seem to get this thing working, but well, let's see if you know, comment if this holder is not good for videos while I'm driving. But anyway, yeah, I feel like that martial arts has a lot of to do with how I feel about anything, myself, physically, and my outlook in life. And also, it's pretty cool to know martial arts. kind of different than any other sports out there. Learning how to shoot a ball versus knowing that you can kick ass. Not saying that that's all martial arts provides, but knowing that you can protect yourself and be pretty badass that way is pretty cool. Anyway, so if you guys are around my age or a little younger, or you just in general you want to feel better about yourself and you're thinking about possibly trying out martial arts, I say do it. Just like anything else you want to try in life, you never know. But I know it's a bit scarier, the unknown. Anything unknown is a bit scary because, you know, you don't really know what's going to happen, and you hear a bunch of bad things about martial arts. But if you really dig deep, the people that's been doing martial arts for a long time, there's not too many bad things they can say about it. You know, it's from the most part, it's good for you. So if you are looking for training in martial arts, I can tell you my experience when it comes to what type of martial arts is. Man, I'm so sorry guys about this video because I'm hitting a bunch of unsteady road right now. So let's see, let me change lane, maybe it's better. I apologize guys. Please keep on tuned if you're listening and you're interested. Maybe I'll find a better mount. Anyway, if you're if I want to talk about my personal experience on what type of martial arts I am doing or I did, I've tried a bunch of them, but when I was younger I started martial arts, karate, kung fu, all that stuff. But the one that really stuck by me is taekwondo, because it's a little bit more forgiving when it comes to if you're younger, if you start young. I started on my 20s when I did taekwondo, late 20s, but and I got into it because I was still pretty young, and I like the jumping around, kicking, and dynamic of the kicks. And it's kind of fun. Sparring is fun, but it was good for what it was. It made me agile, made me great in stretching, made me strong. My legs are fucking strong. My knees not so much. But taekwondo is a good martial arts to start with. Okay, if you get hooked with it, then that's fine too, but it's a good martial arts to start. Personally, I'm not knocking down karate. A lot of people out there, probably you guys, did karate. It's a good martial arts, but it's too traditional. It's too I would say there's a lot of mythology and like theory when it comes to self-defense. It's not really being practical, but if you like the Zen part of the karate, of that meditation type of training, go for it, you know, for whatever works for you. But to me, taekwondo is more fit for me. But and then after that, you know, I've done Muay Thai. Muay Thai is a little bit, you know, bone crushing. Not fun, getting kicked and getting elbowed and getting knees and all that. But if you are a little bit of a badass type of guy, you know, you've done football and you don't mind getting, you know, you don't mind the pain. Muay Thai is one of the best there is that you could do, but it's really rough on your body. That's all I can say about that. But if you want to be a super badass, Muay Thai is, but you're taking a lot of punishment as you get up and get better. At the beginning it'll be fine, but when you get better at it, you're gonna push yourself a lot more. You're gonna be sparring with more skilled people. It's gonna be rough, not very forgiving. So but if you like that kind of stuff, go for it, my man. It's your thing. Like I said, I've done those for a few years, and I've learned a lot, and I use that when it comes to just for self-defense. But now I'm in deep in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. In my opinion, I've done so many martial arts. That's just my opinion, people. Based on my own experience. If you think you can defend yourself and you've done different martial arts, but you've never done Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, you're fucked. You don't know shit. Going to the ground is a different monster. It's a different self-defense. It's a different mind-breaking martial arts. It will fuck you up if you don't do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Somebody tackles you and you hit the ground. Your punching, your kicking, your elbows that you've been training for a long time is fucking useless. You might annoy them, you know, it's fucking annoying getting punched in the ground like this, but you won't get a full-blown elbow, full-blown knee if you're laying down on your back. If you're on top, good for you, but life doesn't always be that way, that you're on top when you're on the ground, you know. When you're wrestling with a big guy and strong-ass fucking guy, you're gonna be in the bottom, especially if you get taken down. You're gonna be in the bottom, and it's hard work to be on top. A lot of people is like, oh, you know, I'll just stay on top of them and elbow them. Yeah, you know, I've been doing, you're gonna ask a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu people, it ain't that easy. It takes skills. And if you have that skills, go for it. But having said that, when it comes to skills, if you don't have the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills, you don't know shit about self-defense. You gotta train, grinding on rolling and getting smashed. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is as real as it can get when it comes to putting effort on punching and kicking. Putting effort on a fight, getting exhausted, using every power you have in order to beat your opponent. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the only martial arts that you can do that. When you're boxing, when you're doing stand-up fighting, training, you can't really punch and kick 100% every time you train. Because either you're gonna hurt you or you're gonna fucking hurt your partner. But in Jiu-Jitsu, you can go 100% every time you train. If you're doing it correctly, you're gonna stand up and shake hands with your sparring partner and you'll be fine. You can fucking choke as hard as you can or grind their joint, and then as soon as they tap, boom, you let go. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody is in pain. Nothing's broken if you tap. So most injury that happens in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is mostly by accident. But if you're training right, you won't have that many of those. But in stand-up striking type of training, if you give 100% of your kick and punch, somebody's gonna get fucking hurt. And I'm telling you based on my own experience. You usually have a lot of shadow boxing, and it's kind of like light tap in order for you to get hurt. But in Jiu-Jitsu, no, you can give 100% in every roll. Which not everybody does it, because you know, unless you are competitive and you're in a competitive circuit, you can go 100% every time if you want, but not everybody does that. Like me, I do it for fun, I do it for learning self-defense, and I do it to get in shape, and I'm learning how to fight as a bonus on doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm in a bank right now. I'm trying to get some money to pay my cleaning lady, so I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. So yeah, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is, I think, try it out, see if something that would work for you. But even though if you're not into you know, competition or it's kind of hard to not be competitive when it comes to Jiu-Jitsu, because the whole philosophy of the training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is to tap your opponent, and you know, he's trying to strangle you and you're trying to strangle them. You know, you're kind of a bit competitive when it comes to your partner, and You don't want to get destroyed every time you're training, because it kind of brings down your spirit, you know, if you're always getting destroyed every time you train. So you can't help it to be a little, man, this thing is a little competitive when it comes to training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But even though if you don't want to compete, that's fine. Find an instructor that would let you train where you're just there to get in better shape, to learn martial arts, and basically have fun training in Jiu-Jitsu, you know. Find somebody that would do that, and you can try out a bunch of Jiu-Jitsu school. And try out, it's free, you know. They'll have a gi for you, and take a class for 1 hour and get the vibe on what kind of people that trains there, and the instructor, how they teach, all that stuff. Having said that, when it comes to trying out different school, is whatever martial arts you decide to train on, if you feel like, you know, I wouldn't suggest it for you to do it, but if you're thinking of doing Tai Chi or you know, Kung Fu, or whatever you want to train on, you know, if you're thinking of doing that, you know, again, I already let you guys know what I do and what I think that would be more effective when it comes to self-defense. But if you want to try different kinds, it's all new. But make sure that you visit the school, try out a class. Any school that trying to tell you that you have to sign up in order for you to try out the class, and sign up for a week or some shit like that. If they want money just to try out the class, go somewhere else. All right, that's not the school that you want to go to. They want money, and if they really are, they believe on what they do, whatever martial art it is, if they believe on their philosophy, on their training, the class would tell a lot. So if they're confident about the class that you're gonna sign up after your first trial, then they'll let you do it for free. But if you have to pay for it, then they're not really that confident on what they teach. You know, they think you're gonna quit, because you're gonna find out that it sucks. And it's too late, because you're already signed up for a membership, you know, that kind of shit. But no, stay away from school that you have to give money just to try out the class. In my experience, real martial artists and real badass martial artists and real good instructor doesn't have to act like a dick. They don't have to act like a tough guy. You know, yeah, you got to try out this class, which is shit. You know, they don't do that. Most martial artists I know, like one of the legend martial art in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is Renzo Gracie. If you talk to Renzo Gracie, he doesn't talk like that, man. He's such a laid back, and if you ask him seriously, then maybe, or if you try to challenge his ego or his martial arts, his skills, you know, maybe he'll act like a, you know, badass. But if you talk to him, just ask him questions, he's fucking laid back, man. Such a laid back guy. But he kicks everybody's ass, you know, especially on his prime. He will fucking grind you if you cross him. But when it comes to his attitude, he's one of the nicest guy I've ever met. That's fucking legitimately fucking badass. So yeah, good martial artists, badass martial artists don't talk like, you know, they always have to prove themselves. They don't talk like a meathead. They're laid back. So if you talk to the instructor, you look at the class, are they having fun, or are everybody serious? You know, fucking, if everybody has a lot of injuries, or like just especially schools that like posting all their medals and trophies and stuff, and try to let you know that, oh yeah, we win competitions. And if they're too flashy, I'd stay away from that too. Not that they're not good, it's just you're gonna pay a lot of money, because they probably have a status, you know, hey, you know, I'm a world champion, you're gonna have to pay for my skills, to learn my skills, kind of thing. But if you have the money, maybe go to that type of school. But if you want to pay, not too expensive martial arts with good quality martial arts, you don't need flashy, or you don't need an instructor who's a 10 times world champion kind of martial artist, unless you want to compete, you need a good coach, then maybe. But other than that, you don't need that. If you're just there to train and have fun and do martial arts. So what else? So try out schools, talk to the instructors, and talk to some of the students too. Watch a class and see if this is something you want to try out. And after the class, talk to the students. Hey, what do you think about this school? How long you been here? They'll tell you a lot. When it comes to students. So I think, again, to sum it up, I think martial arts is one of the best thing I've ever done in my life. It changed my point of view in the world, about myself, about other people, and I think I'm a better person for it. If I go back in time and change the history of my life, and telling myself don't take martial arts and follow that road, I can already tell you now that I'm probably pretty crappy. I'll have a crappy life. It won't turn out as the way I'm. And actually, I met my wife at a martial arts school, so life probably would be so much different if I didn't do martial arts. So that's one of the good things that what martial arts brought me, my wife, and because of my wife, my wonderful daughter. So it really shaped up my future when I decided to take martial arts. So yeah, that's my opinion when it comes to should you take martial arts, or what kind of martial arts school or training or style you want to do. That's my opinion. Again, it's just my opinion, my own personal experience. So that's something you want to do, go for it, try it out. The only bad thing is that is it gets pretty expensive. But that's just like any sports that you want to do and you want to be good at. It gets pretty expensive. So you have to kind of like decide what you want to have as a hobby. If this is going to be your hobby, that's one thing. If it's going to be something you want to be serious at. But in my opinion, if you're my age, when you're 50s, just accept it. Time has passed already. You already missed the window. You don't compete heavily and go in that circuit of competition world, because unless you've been very active and competitive ever since you're a teenager, you did wrestling, you did football, and you're like on top of your game when you're younger, and then your body is already geared and is conditioned to that type of heavy training and punishment. And then at the different point of your life, you want to try something competitive, similar to what you used to do, and go for it. But if you've never done any competitive, especially combative type of sports, then you want to start competing heavily in your 50s, I'd suggest no. Just let the young generation people have their thing, but and just enjoy, because if you get injured in your 50s, like me, I'd fuck up my knee right now, and I'm taking a break from Jiu Jitsu for almost 2 weeks now, just to let my knee heal. It takes a while when you're older to heal, so I wouldn't suggest to start competing heavily and train for competitions type. And your teammates are gonna be younger than you, so they're gonna fucking grind you, and I don't think you're gonna like it. Again, if you're just starting as a white belt, no. But so try it out. Try 2 things. Taekwondo, probably pretty harsh when you're older now, because there's a lot of jumping and kicking and stretching, all that stuff. Maybe pretty rough. So I'd say boxing, if you're in my age, try out boxing if you just want to learn how to hit, punch, move around. And it is healthy for you. It makes you agile. It makes you it's good for your brain, you know. I've heard martial arts or any sports is good for prevent Alzheimer's, you know. And also it keeps your mind sharp when it comes to any combative sports. So boxing is a good one, except you're getting punched a lot in your head and your body, you know. But again, if you're doing it for fun, make your training like that, having fun and learning some martial arts. You know, try not to compete. And then a side part of that is take boxing and Jiu Jitsu. Again, I highly recommend taking Jiu Jitsu. I've done martial arts for almost half of my life, actually, and Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is far more effective than everything that I've tried in martial arts. I'm not saying Brazilian Jiu Jitsu by itself is a good self-defense only. No, that's fucking wrong. If anybody Jiu-Jitsu practitioner tells you only take Jiu-Jitsu and grappling, they're fucking lying to you again. You know, it's been proven with MMA. If you only do Jiu-Jitsu and your striking sucks, you're gonna get fucking pounded and knocked out. Especially if the other person knows how to grapple too, so you're fucked. You gotta know how to strike and you gotta know how to wrestle or grapple, basically. And submissions, all that shit. So striking, a little bit of striking and a little bit of ground game. That's it. That's the recipe for a good self-defense. Now there's another part of self-defense, which is weapon self-defense, meaning knives and gun defense. You have to learn how to use knives, and you have to learn how to use guns in order to do a defense for it. A lot of people, they do gun defense. Yeah, you disarm the person, but you don't know how to fucking use a gun. Then the guy will still fucking get it from you if you don't know how to shoot. You don't know how to unjam a gun. You know, what if it was jammed and you're not pointing it because you don't know shit about guns? But you can disarm him, you know, and then he kind of come to you and wrestle you on the ground and take that gun away and then fucking kill you with it because you don't know how to use it. Same thing, knife, you know, don't think because, you know, I can stab somebody. No, stabbing somebody with a knife and slashing somebody with a knife is not a skill. How to wield that, how to block, how to parry is another type of skills in weapon defense. That's something you need to kind of like put in a back burner, kind of like you got to take some seminars or a class or two ongoing, how to disarm and stuff like that, with guns and knives, sticks, fucking baseball bat, all that. If you want to be a well-rounded self-defense, learning how to defend yourself. But that's another type of martial arts that you can do from time to time. But again, the most common thing is hand-to-hand combat when it comes to street self-defense. So learning how to strike and learning how to grapple. Keep it in your mind when you're trying to think about what kind of self-defense you're gonna do. All right. I don't know. I'm kind of babbling now. So if you have any questions, shoot me a message, and I hope that kind of clears out or answers some of the questions that people have been sending me. So if you have any comments and you have something to add on, if you are an expert in hand-to-hand combat, you know, comment something that I missed, or, you know, I don't know everything, so, you know, I'm a fucking idiot too, so I'm not saying that I know everything, nor, you know, I know a lot. I know a lot enough based on my experience. So I'm not saying it works for everybody, but that's just my opinion. It's because that's what people ask me. They ask my opinion, so that's my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right, and I'm not saying it's worked for you, but you can certainly try it out, because you never know. You never know. I didn't know, you know, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is gonna be fucking badass until I tried it out. You know, I always felt like, ah, fuck, I'm gonna get all mashed up and get hurt and all that stuff, you know. But I didn't know I was gonna like it until I tried it out. So you never know if it works for you. All right. So if you have any questions, shoot me a comment. If you like my page, you can subscribe, and I'll do my best to answer questions or post something that is interesting, funny, or useful for you. All right, have a good day. Again, stay safe, be cool, and keep on grinding. All right, boom. To give you a little bit of a background, I don't know if I've mentioned it before on my other videos, but I used to, you can see it on my other post, but I used to own a martial arts school, and I taught for 20 years. I was teaching Taekwondo, Hapkido, and kickboxing, Muay Thai. Not too much of a Muay Thai, but striking like Muay Thai. Basically kickboxing, American kickboxing. I don't know if that's a term that we use, but anyway, and I started Brazilian Jiu Jitsu 8 years ago. And sorry for my video, man, my fucking video sucks. And I am a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. In Taekwondo, I am 4th degree black belt in Taekwondo and Hapkido. I've competed in the circuit and in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu too. I actually got silver in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu in Pan Games. And of course, masters levels, old guy like me. But I got silver. I went to the podium and everything. It was kind of cool because my instructor was so excited and happy for me, and also I'm happy for him having a students who, you know, who won. I'm not the only one, but one of the students that wins silver at the Pan Ams. Of course, any instructor would be happy about that, because I used to be an instructor, so I know what it feels like when your students, you know, does well. Anyway, so yeah, I have background in weapon disarm, knife, guns, baseball bat, all that stuff. Taking Krav Maga classes, learn from other instructors when it comes to weaponry. You know, other weapons that I do is nunchucks, katana, bow, sticks, blades. You know, right now I'm actually at my other hobby right now. I'm trying to learn bow and arrow. It's a lot of fun. Actually, I'm on my way right now to a range to practice my compound bow. You've seen it on my other videos. I have other videos showing me practicing compound bow as if I'm gonna be an Avenger. Anyway, so yeah, so that's my background when it comes to martial arts. I have to say that, not saying that I'm a fucking grandmaster expert shit, or I'm a fucking Navy SEAL type of badass, but I think, in my opinion, I'm pretty confident that I can take down any men that are my age or younger if they don't have any formal martial arts training. I can beat, knock out, choke, or put them in unconscious state any guy my age or younger within 2 minutes or less. That's how confident I am when it comes to my martial arts. If the person that I'm fighting on the street is athletic, in good shape, but still no formal martial arts training, I'm still pretty confident that I can bring that person down, knocked out or taken down and choked out within 2 minutes or less. Maybe a little longer, depends on how athletic they are. I don't care how many street fights you've had. If you don't have any formal training in martial arts, pretty confident of my skills. So that's where I'm at. Again, that's just my confident level. Whether it's wrong or not, I don't know. We'll never know, right? Not that I haven't been in a street fight. I've had, but you know, let's try to. When you do martial arts for so many years, you don't look for fights, you know, because you know what it feels like to get punched. But so why would I want to get punched in the face? I don't care how good you are, you're gonna get punched in the face at least once. And I work in an operating room with other patients around, and I don't want to go to work with a black eye. Even though if I win the fight, I'm gonna still walk away with a black eye, you know, bruised face. I don't care if you put the, I don't care if I put the person in the hospital. I'm still gonna walk away with some sort of a scuffle, and I don't want that. Now, having said that, I'm not looking for a fight. If somebody, you know, try to harm me, I'm not gonna back down, of course. Or me, or my wife, or my kid, or anybody I love and I care about with me, and somebody wants to harm them, yes, I'm not gonna be shy about it, and yeah, I'm gonna step into your face. But would I look for a fight? Fuck no. I actually would prefer to talk my way out of it. Just don't touch me. Don't touch me, don't swing at me, or don't crowd me, you know. So yeah, that's how confident I am when it comes to my personal skills. So yeah, that's my background and what my opinion is based on my own experience. Not that I know everything, you know. I'm a fucking idiot, I'll tell you that off the bat. But my skills and my opinion is my own, and so if people want to know, I'll give it to you. If you don't, well, you know, I'm not gonna force my opinion on anybody who doesn't want to listen to it, of course, you know. So yeah, that's where I'm at.